Parents strongly caution the following programs are intended for mature audiences over the age of 18. These programs may contain some material that many parents would not find suitable for children and may include intense violence, sexual situations, coarse language, and suggestive dialogue.
Tuesday night. Welcome to another episode of Sound Injection. We are here with Megan and Ray from Heteromorphic Zoo. How are you guys doing tonight?
Good. Thanks for having us.
Absolutely. I'm actually already getting blown up. I have like 12 messages. Okay, so first off, everybody that's watching the show, don't kill me, because you know this is one of my pet peeve questions that I hate asking. I do not like asking, but I literally have like now 15 messages asking, where did you come up with the name Heteromorphic Zoo? It's a forbidden question. And yeah, it is the forbidden question we normally don't ask, but I'm like, we haven't even started and I've like questions popping up on the board. I'm like, okay, I'll ask it. So where did the name come up from?
It's there is actually a correct answer to this. If people look at our lyrics, they're all kind of inspired by one fictional universe. And anyone who's like a super big fan of that series or that IP should be able to understand what our band name is a reference from. We don't kind of publicly really go into too much detail because it's almost a test to see like who like discovers it that way. Yeah, like who's like actually big enough of a fan, like at the same level as us of this one series, that they'll be like, I know what your name means.
Okay, fair enough.
A bit of a cryptic response, but yeah.
So that means all y'all motherfuckers are asking about it, go fucking look it up.
Or better yet, go to their shows, watch their music videos, listen to their music.
Yeah, I've never had anybody, like, literally we were still in the credit and I'm like, God damn, it's like 15 questions, the same damn question. Okay, fine, I'll ask it. This is the only time. And you get a cryptic answer, so you guys have to go look it up. And
if anyone has a guess who's watching, they should write it in the comments and guess it. See if we can narrow it down.
If you're going to look it up and you're going to go that far, you might as well go to all their social media pages and hit that follow button and share that.
100%.
Yeah, that's a great idea. Wow, didn't think of that.
All right, next up, Meg, you are up on.
Okay, now that we've fixed the internet, what's your favorite comfort food? Each of y'all.
Okay.
I like a good baked potato. Baked
Mm.
potato. Yep. Ranch.
That's it, just a baked potato.
Baked potato.
All right, the
Would
next
chicken nuggets qualify? Chicken
Yeah.
strips? Yeah,
100%.
probably. Chicken
If that's
nuggies.
your comfort food, it qualifies.
All right. Yeah.
It's just unique to you. What is your comfort meal?
In that case, I'd say oddly enough, like yogurt fruit parfait kind of combo.
Yum.
Good. Yeah.
Delish.
oysters and beer.
Ooh.
Oh.
Cool.
Of course, I'm from like the oyster capital of the United States. So everything, if you don't eat oysters, you will be shunned on this island. That's all there is to it. Seafood and oysters is God here. All right, CB, you're up on deck, my friend.
So, as far as the music industry is concerned, what are some things that you guys have seen as obstacles when trying to get your music out?
I guess I'll let Megan think of it and answer.
I actually didn't hear the question. I wasn't able to.
Oh, it's about obstacles in getting our music out that we've encountered in the music industry.
Okay.
I wouldn't say there's too much in particular, just maybe like a little bit of gatekeeping where bands will maybe pull the ladder up after them. I think that's the expression, where they won't give the same opportunities to up and comers that they would have received themselves.
Mhm.
But at the same time, I don't think we've personally encountered too many obstacles as Heteromorphic Zoo. We've been really pacing ourselves and not doing things before we feel we're ready, and we're not trying to make the music blow up. Like if the music blew up and then everyone wanted us to come to their city, like we wouldn't be able to do that physically yet. So we don't
Right.
really try too hard to push the music. Like we don't even have a full album released. So like there are still like steps to follow before I feel like we're going to be trying and perhaps hitting our head against those obstacles.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's wise.
Well, it's like I tell everybody, you never want to rush a product that you're creating. If you aren't 100% on board with everything that you've done, then don't do it. Do not rush it. Don't try to push it out there just because you feel pressured to push it out there. Don't ever let anybody pressure you to put stuff out or do things that you feel like you are not ready to do, because that ultimately can be a complete career killer.
Yeah.
Taking your time is absolutely pivotal. And I tell this to everybody that I've ever talked to, for God's sakes, take your time. Make sure everything is exactly the way that you want it, from your sound to music videos, even down to merchandise. Don't just slap some dumbass fucking design on a t-shirt just to fucking get it out there. Make sure it's what you want, because it's your product. Your band is a product. And so you want to portray that the way you want to portray that. You don't want to rush it.
I think
That's just like cooking food. Do you want to throw it on a damn skillet and turn it up all the way to fucking 10 and burn the fuck out of it and it's still raw in the middle?
Only if it's a steak.
All right, you got me there. That is true. Meg,
Yeah,
Steven, that's like only one thing.
whole
Only if
thing.
it's a steak.
You fucked up my whole thing.
No, but it still plays into the metaphor, because like if it's that good of a fucking product, it might be worth rushing it, but for the majority, don't rush it.
True. Very good. So if you guys could only listen to one album and one album only for the rest of your life, what would that album be and why?
I'm going to answer with Current's Death We Seek.
Okay.
That one, I Yeah, I think it came out in 2022, and every time one of those songs comes on in my shuffle, I can't skip it. Like it's just my brain latched onto it and was like, this is good forever.
Okay, I understand. What about you, Rod?
I think I'd go with Across the Dark by Insomnium. It's just, I think it hit that sort of sweet spot of production where it feels raw but also polished. The melodies are beautiful and memorable, and the lyrics too. So that's probably my go-to.
Okay, so I'm gonna throw a bonus question out because you guys, your music and your sound is so fucking unique. And on all these, a lot of these people out here, they love to stick stuff in the genre box. So if you had to put yourself into that genre box, where would you label yourself as a band?
Ooh.
That's how I feel. I'm just like, I don't fucking know.
Right.
I don't know.
Alternative metal. That's the box that we would put ourselves in.
I definitely know the genres that we are adjacent to or orbiting. I don't know maybe what the final
Orbiting.
label is.
That's a
so
good
so
word.
we're definitely, adjacent to deathcore. People know that we've got deathcore-ish vocals, and our drummer is pretty well known in the deathcore scene. Where we've also, I would say, adjacent to melodic death metal with our melodies, and like we have more, I want to say, riffs than like just a pure deathcore band with zero riffs. So that's an aspect. And then I guess progressive is where you kind of dump everything if you don't quite know where to categorize it. We are a bit progressive as well.
Look.
What's
That
up,
was
John?
good. Hi.
Hello. Hey guys, sorry I'm late. I was doing a sound check.
We were told. I was like, hey, we understand, but we appreciate it.
Valid reason.
Awesome. Well, thanks for having us.
Absolutely. All right, CB, I think you're up on deck. Go ahead.
All right. So, what is your guys' favorite horror film?
Oh, you're going personal. All right, cool.
Yeah.
I think that Crimson is muted just for me alone. First, I don't know what, like you guys are able to hear what he's saying.
So he asked, what is everyone's favorite horror film?
Oh, okay.
Whoever wants to go first.
Devour.
That's Devour's an upcoming film about a death metal band of vampires that their tour bus crashes in a town full of cannibals and various things occur.
You
Wow.
got cannibals in the same damn movie.
Yeah. It's the reason we know about it is because the guy that directed our latest music video, Benediction, this is his film that's coming out.
Okay.
So yeah, if you like metal and vampires and werewolves, cannibals.
Well, of course, and for anybody who's actually watching right now, we actually are playing the music video for that at the end of the show. So make sure you stick around to be able to watch that video.
Yeah. Megan, did you come up with it?
I know my answer, and it is Sinners from last year.
That was good. That was a good one. I did not expect it to be about what it was about.
I have not seen that. I'm more of an 80s horror film guy. Everything I love is from 80s horror, which, of course, I was born in the 80s. So I grew up with a lot of that 80s slasher and creature films and all that shit. I am not really up to date on the new stuff. All right, what you got, Ray?
Couldn't really decide, and this might not be horror because it's not really scary, but the 2004 Van Helsing with Hugh Jackman.
That's good.
Oh my god!
Yeah.
I like that movie.
I haven't watched that in so long.
Yeah.
Wow.
That movie's dope.
Yeah.
All right, Mike, you're up.
Okay, so what is one collaboration that you would love to make happen? Like if you had nothing holding you back, what's a collaboration you would like to do?
Mm.
I wasn't spacing out, right? Did it come through clear?
So,
This seems like a Ray question.
well, I don't know about the rest of the band, but for myself, I always reach really high by saying Courtney LaPlante from Spirit Box.
Yes. Yes.
And that would be like a dream come true.
Hell yeah.
Something in that realm.
She is still to this day. I could say that I've had the luck of interviewing Courtney twice in my career, and she is probably one of the funnest people I have ever got to interview, and she is amazing. And the music is amazing. I was following her because I was a big I Wrestled a Bear Once fan. Or she was even in I Wrestled a Bear Once, but when she went into I Wrestled a Bear Once, she transformed that band into something completely different. And I knew at that point, whenever I Wrestled a Bear Once hung it up, I was like, she's going to be back. And I cannot wait until she brings whatever she brings. It's going to be amazing. And then, of course, here comes Spirit Box. And I was just like, holy shit. This
Called it.
Fucking sick. I love this fucking. So on that, if you guys kind of playing off of that, if you guys could go on a world tour and take any 3 bands with you, they cannot say no. And this could be personal. It doesn't matter. All 3 of you can have different answers. What 3 bands would you just absolutely want to take on a tour with you?
I'm going to give one slot to Angel Maker for sure.
Oh, they're so good.
Definitely probably my favorite traditional modern deathcore. I know that's modern deathcore that has traditional leaning style, I guess.
Okay.
Vancouver represent.
Ooh, maybe Flesh God Apocalypse for my number 2.
Okay.
I just got to see them at Welcome to Rockville just a few months ago. Fantastic.
And I guess Shadow of Intent's the obvious answer, but that would be a pretty long night for Bryce. So I don't know. I'm on the fence about it. Maybe Currents instead for Megan.
What you got, Megan?
Well, I'm thinking about all these bands with like badass women in them that I want to be friends with. So, like Face Yourself comes to mind, and like Entheos.
Yes.
And is it called For I Am King? I think is. Have you heard of For I Am a King?
I have not. Oh yes. No, I know what you're talking about. Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
I like them. Yeah.
Well, just to throw a name out there, I don't know if you've heard of them, but go check them out. It's actually 2 female vocalists. Not enough space. Go.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Not enough space. They are phenomenal. How about you, John?
It's a really tough one. I just played Armstrong Metal Fest recently, and the bands Rivers of Nile and Cyborg Octopus played, and has some of the same members, I think, but they were really cool, and just their style, their live show was really fun. So I would do those 2, I guess. And
did you say Cyborg Octopus?
Sorry?
Did you say Cyborg Octopus?
Yes. Yeah.
Yes. So I love that band, and they're actually friends with another band that I'm very good friends with, which is how I found out about that band. So I'm super good friends with the band Fervents. And Fervents.
Yeah.
So you know Fervents.
Yeah, well, they also played the fest. So I was just chatting with, I can't remember her name, but she was super cool. And they were so good live.
Yes.
Too. That was really cool.
Yep, Stevie, and she's getting married to the drummer Chris. And
Wow.
actually, I am one of the booking people for a festival in Atlanta. They're actually playing our festival in October, so I'll be with them in October. And they are actually I'd never heard of Cyborg Octopus before till they said about it. I was like, that's an interesting name. Now I'm intrigued to just go look at them just because of the name. And I listened to them. I'm like, this is a fucking phenomenal band.
Yeah, it was. They had a really fun set. It was great.
All right,
I guess
one more.
I guess I need a third band.
Yeah,
I suppose I should probably say Fervents. They were just really great live band.
There you go.
And it seems like the right kind of style. So yeah, those will be my three.
I'll have to text Chris after this and tell him. All right, CB, you're up on deck, my friend.
So if you guys could put a mascot that is dedicated to your band and what it would stand for, what would that look like?
So our band kind of does have a mascot. It's we call it the Cosmic Overlord. It's the like hooded figure that you'll see in the New World EP artwork. In the Benediction single artwork, it's kind of less directly present, but if you like really look carefully at the tinted glass behind the speaker, it's kind of represented there. So,
okay.
Yeah.
All right. Fantastic. All right, Meg, you're up on board.
Okay. Would you say that your sound has evolved at all since when you first started working together to where you are now?
I think so. Ray does primarily most of the compositions, and from the first EP to another EP that he's almost finished to the start of the album, they are all different. And then I think like the recording equipment has changed a little bit, and just like Ray learning to do the production for us, that was a big switch over with our recent single that I think is changing our sound a bit. What do you guys think?
Yeah, we added a string to the bass and guitars.
That'll do a lot.
Yeah, I would say that it will take maybe sadly years for this to play out, but the trajectory from the first EP to the next to the album, our sound is getting a little bit more symphonic and probably a little bit heavier.
So that kind of plays into, I was kind of trying to make this like a two-part question almost, because my next question was going to be, was there anything that you're like trying to improve or like kind of trying to mold yourselves into? So more symphonic elements.
Yeah. Kind of everything all the time, but at the same time, like at the end of the day, like I love the sound of like a huge snare with like that like reverse effect, like whack. And like when I step back and think about this, it's completely, I guess, irrational, or it's totally subjective. It's just I'm a human and this scratches my brain a certain way. And you can extend that thinking to almost every aspect of the sound, and that when you like really think about it after stepping back, sure, there's ways to measure how well you're doing things, but a lot of it does come down to opinion. So even when I listen to a song that was written a year or two ago, I would make different decisions now, but I almost kind of have to honor the person that I was and the people we were back at the time of recording that, and make whatever they would have wanted to hear, which hopefully someone out there in the world, it becomes their favorite song and they'll like it more than modern day me. But yeah, hopefully that answers the question.
Can't be we are our harshest critic as artists, so can't beat yourself up too much.
That was very true. Very true. So moving on, if each one of you could dig up a dead musician and spend 24 hours with them learning everything they know about the music industry, who would you spend that day with?
Woo. That's tough. Oh, man.
Huh.
Well, I guess I'll start. I'll just go. I'm just going to say Ozzy because he's just such an interesting guy. I can only imagine what it would be like to shoot the shit with him. I was kind of raised on Ozzy. It was kind of my entry level into music. And, you know, what can you say? He's like the guy, you know, so.
King of Darkness.
Cool.
Yeah, it's the damn Prince of Darkness. I mean, come on.
Prince of Darkness.
Yeah. Yeah, so that's mine.
Okay.
A solid answer. I was kind of thinking of Ozzy too. Yeah.
Imagine the story.
Yeah, I think I'd probably want like a classical composer like Shostakovich or something. He seemed like a troubled individual with some genius ideas. So
You're gonna hang out with the troubled individual. All right, fair enough. All right, CB, you're up on deck, my friend.
All right, so let's see here. If you guys could choose a band to go tour around the U.S. with and only play with that band, what band would that be?
Who wants to go first?
Ooh, now we only get one band. Oh my goodness.
I need someone to re-explain the question because Crimson's still muted for me.
Oh.
If you could tour around the U.S. with one band, only one band, who would it be?
Okay.
But they have to be completely opposite to your genre.
They got to be completely opposite metal or hard rock.
Oh, okay, that changes.
Okay.
Yeah, not within your genre, completely outside of the genre.
Oh.
I would go for Mariana's Trench then.
Okay.
I feel like, I don't know, they're my favorite not metal band, and I think they have such genius people involved. I feel like it would be good to pick their brains.
All right, fair enough. How about you, John?
What's coming to my mind is, I mean, Iron Maiden. Why not? They're totally different, but they're also like about as legendary as it gets. They have the biggest show, maybe. And yeah, that'd be pretty cool.
Okay. Right?
I would probably just ask John and go with
so bad, John.
I would say, like, who are the nicest people to spend time with, and just trust whatever he says and go with that. Because if it's just one band and you're having to spend that whole US tour together, I feel like how nice they are matters more than their sound.
Smart.
I am hands down touring with Post Malone.
Mm.
Just because one, I do love his music. Like I'm a hardcore metalhead. It's pretty much all I listen to, but I do play in two different bands, and I cannot listen to metal before I start to write. I can't do it. So I have to go to anything outside. So it's usually Post Malone. And secondly, me and CB, actually, and Meg too, we all play Magic. And we know that he's a big Magic player, Magic the Gathering. So I would love to sit down and play fucking Magic with Post Malone.
We get our asses beat by him every time.
I don't care. I know he's got like fucking $1 million cards. I don't give a shit. I just want to play Magic. I don't care if I get my ass beat. Don't care. I'll take it. I'll absolutely take it. All right. So if you guys could work with one legendary producer, who would you like to work with?
Oh, that's tough.
I know for me, being an MTV kid, hands down, it's Rick Rubin. I'm not sure how old he is or if he even still does it, which I think he does. But Jefferson all the way.
That's exactly what I was thinking. Like, he's just done so much cool stuff,
Yeah,
and
I
everyone
mean,
thinks such nice things about him.
that guy's
Seems
worked
like
with
that dude.
everybody. I mean, if you're anywhere between like 35 plus, everybody around that age still got to see somewhat of the glory days of MTV. And you're talking about a guy who's worked from everybody to the Beastie Boys to Michael Jackson to several different metal bands that were big during the time. He has done everything across the board. And just to be able to work with him or even hear the stories of bands and musicians and artists that he's worked with is just fucking priceless. You can't put a price on it.
Mm. So I guess I can't. There's actually no producer that I want to work with more than our current producer, who's
Oh shit, okay.
Greg Thomas, who's currently in Ends, but was in Misery Signals before. I think we hopefully will just do everything with him forever. But if someone else outside that I want to bring in, and if this happened in the next 10 years, that would be a great success, would probably be Devin Townsend.
Oh, damn.
Yes.
Devin Townsend. Okay. All right. How about you, Megan?
My answer is a little different because I think I haven't really found any examples of what I'm doing with violin in metal that any producers have been able to create a sound that I really, really want. So my answer is just to keep working with Ray and the way that he produces my violin. I couldn't be happier, and I think it might be one of the best in the scene right now. So
Hey, if it ain't broke, don't fix it.
Hell yeah.
I'm a huge fan. You could actually have Meg here because Meg is actually the vocalist. Both of us are in a band together. And we fuck around with a lot of violin and cello and piano and stuff like that. And there's not a lot of violin out there. And I love seeing band because that's actually what attracted me to the band Starset. When I first heard about Starset and I didn't know anything about them, and I was at Welcome to Rockville and everybody was talking about Starset, and they're like, yeah, they have a cellist, they have a violinist. I'm like, what? And so I immediately went, I was like, when are they playing what stage? And I looked it up and I went and seen them. And I was just like, holy shit. This is one thing that's been missing in metal that you just can't explain it. Like, it's just so amazing adding violin to metal. And it's hard to find anybody because, like, you tell people, yeah, we have a violinist. They're like, ooh. They kind of get scared. It's like, don't be scared. Come on, man. Let's do this shit.
Don't be scared.
Let's do something new. I love that. I absolutely love that. Is one of the things that drew me to your guys' music in particular was the violin. And I'm just like, this is sick as fuck. All right, Steve,
yeah.
you're up.
Who is it?
You.
Oh. All right. So, are you a Star Wars fan,
You motherfucker.
a Star Trek fan, or a Lord of the Rings fan?
Oh.
Or dude.
So I think I would have started life as more of a Star Wars fan, but now I would say probably a Lord of the Rings fan.
There
has
we
taken
go.
over.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Did
I
Megan
know
hear the
you didn't
question?
hear him. I know you didn't hear him, Megan. He said, are you a Star Wars fan, Star Trek fan, or Lord of the Rings?
Or dude.
Oh man. I think that's so tough. Lord of the Rings.
Yeah.
It's really tough, like not choosing Star Wars, but yeah, Lord of the Rings is just it's great.
Hell yeah.
I'm hurting. I'm hurting so bad.
Yeah,
Alright,
sorry.
John,
It's Lord of the Rings. It's got to be.
That has never happened before.
usually I always win. This is the first night I've unanimously lost.
Yep.
This is great. I love it.
Because I am a fanatical Star Wars fan. Fanatical.
I can't get him to watch Lord of the Rings. He won't watch it.
I've
The
watched
question has always been Star Wars versus Star Trek, and I'm like, I like Lord of the Rings, and then I discovered Dune, but I'd always be like, I like Lord of the Rings. I'm a Lord of the Rings girly, and the fact that he brought it in and y'all all picked Lord of the Rings, that's awesome.
Mm-hmm.
Yep, high thematic alignment in this band for sure.
All right, Meg, you are up.
Okay, what for each? This is a question for each of y'all. What's a hobby outside of music that the fans might find surprising?
Ooh, surprise.
Or is it all music all the time?
I mean, I definitely have one. I play competitive ball hockey, which is not many people know that about me, but
Like,
it's
would that be like roller hockey?
no, it's kind of like lacrosse, but hockey sticks.
Oh,
Okay.
It's pretty intense,
I
actually.
thought it was a thing, but okay.
It's at a high competitive level, it is a violent, vicious sport, and as a short guy, I get a lot of like elbows in the teeth and just get kicked out of me all the time. But I love it. It's
just like you're in a mosh, though, you know?
pretty much.
Yeah, totally.
Okay, fair enough. All right, Megan, Ray.
So my non-music hobby is Highland dancing. I've been doing that since I was 3, and
We got the hair for it.
it's probably the reason I was put in it. Yeah,
Yeah.
it just kind of stuck.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That's awesome.
All right, fair
Incredible
enough. Ray.
stamina.
I think I'm closer to the all music all the time side of that question. If I'm not sort of working or working on music, then I'm probably gaming. So depends if you
okay.
count.
So
What's your drug of choice?
what's your game?
So Megan and I like to party up for a game called Raven's Watch, which is, if you've heard of the game Hades or Hades 2, it's that style of game, like a roguelite, but it's multiplayer.
Okay.
I don't really get into like that side of the game, but me and CB, like I said before, and even Meg, we're all fucking Magic the Gathering.
Nice.
If we're talking about video games, I am a Skyrim girly through and through. I don't really do a lot of multiplayer games, but I never have time to play it, so it's sad.
Fair enough. Fair enough. All right, I dig it. So, CB, were you the last one that went up? Who went last?
It was me.
Yeah.
Oh, it was you. So, CB, you're up.
Okay, so speaking of video games, if you could put one of your songs in a video game, what video game would that be?
Ooh, okay.
Something super metal.
Guitar Hero.
Oh, that actually would be really cool.
Cop out.
Okay, so there is a survival action game called V Rising where you play as a vampire and you hunt stuff and build your castle.
That would work.
Probably that game, yeah.
Okay.
Megan?
Can someone tell me what the question was?
Oh, shit.
No.
So if you could put your music or one of your songs into a video game, what video game would you like it to be in?
Oh, okay. Yeah. Hades 3. If that ever comes out. Getting ambitious.
Okay, fair enough. No, hey, that works. Absolutely. So, as far as you guys haven't played live, so this question's going to be, I guess, for any band or any traveling you've done during a show or any band that you played in previous. What is the most embarrassing thing that has ever happened to you on stage?
Well, I have an experience from university in a chamber music performance. We were put into a chamber group, me and my friends, where we really wanted our friend that played piano to join us, and our prof said, "Oh no, we've got this really great like student to put with you guys." And this guy was like not invested in the music at all. We, did a bunch of rehearsals together, and it was but we still had to put it on we still had to put it on stage at on the date, the recital date. And I think often people that don't know, like we were playing a piece by Brahms, people that don't know it could possibly go, I didn't know what went wrong. But it's really borderline. Like it was like this moment that was just for the piano to play. That was this run that we needed it to be accurate to know when we all come in to play again. And he just bombed it. It was this disastrous, like we were all just like trying to find each other, like where are we? And it was pretty embarrassing. We recovered, but it was just that, yeah, kind of stuff from your nightmare when you're a classical musician.
Yeah.
Right, John? Either one?
The only thing that's coming to mind is I was playing a couple years ago. I was playing with my band WMD, who I'm on tour with right now, and our drummer couldn't do a run of shows we were doing in Alberta, so we had a fill-in drummer that's a really well-known, very respected, very excellent drummer come in, but we didn't have a chance to jam, and I think maybe he underestimated the difficulty of the songs, and I love the guy. I'm not going to say his name or anything. He's an absolutely beautiful person. I love him, but yeah, he bombed pretty hard, like throughout the set, and it made it pretty difficult. And probably what made it worse was that we were playing the first gig. We were like at an arcade, and the drum set was between me and my buddy Skylar, and so we couldn't really communicate at all during the set. So we were kind of stuck on either side, like looking over at each other, trying to like be in it together and keep the flow going. But there was definitely a few bombs there, and I mean that's the only one that's really coming to mind. But it wasn't that bad. But as a musician, it feels like a train wreck, even if it's just minor. So I guess that's nice.
Okay, fair enough. Ray, what you got?
I think there's this one time I was roped into playing drums for a community band, but I don't really know how to play drums, so you can imagine that didn't go great. But at the same time, that's something that probably embarrasses me in retrospect, but not enough people were there with enough knowledge to actually witness it as something that would have been embarrassing in the moment. So maybe it counts.
Yeah, jail-free card.
Not too bad. There you go.
All right, fair enough. All right, Meg, you're up.
So y'all haven't played a live performance together yet, right?
Yeah.
That's not what we were saying pre-show. So if you could, like, what would be your first venue choice if you for your first show?
I don't know about a particular location that stands out, but we've talked about how a dream come true for like at least the debut or just maybe all future performances, we could have like full orchestra. Especially for the album stuff that has orchestral parts in it. I think that it's ambitious, but not a lot of metal bands do it until they're really big. But I think that trying to set up something like that, so not just any venue, because obviously you need space and everything to accommodate for an orchestra. Yeah.
That'd be awesome.
Probably not the Rickshaw Theater in Vancouver. Probably not that. Yeah.
Would y'all ever consider just playing to like backing tracks?
Yeah, I mean that's probably the reality of how most shows would go. The thing about like a lot of bands play live partially because they love it and partially because that's what they need to do to market their music, and we try to remove ourselves from all like competing incentives where like the only thing that really matters is creating something and doing it with love, and that applies to the live shows too. So if we play a show, it'll probably be something that is a bit over the top and we lose money on, but produces a beautiful experience, and you won't necessarily find like you won't find like smaller filler shows as much.
You do it for the art. I love it.
You're definitely gonna lose the money. Yeah. That's a guarantee. For those of you that are watching, if you think you're going to become a millionaire off of being in a band,
no,
think again. You do it because you love it. You do it because everything that's involved in it, you're still probably going to have some type of way of making money outside of it. If you think you're going to be able to be a full-time musician 24/7, it's rare. It's very rare, and that is ultimately the dark side of it. So that kind of goes into my question. What is, so far for each of you, what is the hardest thing that you've had to learn about being in the music industry?
Almost related to your point, it's that not everyone is in it for the love of the music. That some people, they care about just getting the numbers and they don't really care how they get there, and they'll just chase whatever trend is popular. And before we knew such people exist, like you treat every collaboration request as like, oh, this is very exciting, but then it turns out it's terrible to work with people who don't actually care about the music and just want to put something out there that they think is going to get them numbers. So that's been hard.
Yeah, I would say kind of the same kind of vibe, but just your reality that there are snakes in the grass. There's, I've worked with so many, like countless amazing people, but once in a while, it's just, some people, it's just not real and they're not on your side. It's unfortunate, but that's just life.
Yeah.
So I guess that's kind of something you learn probably in any industry, but that's probably the hardest reality.
Yep. Megan?
For me, I think it's just that the violin is somewhat rare in the scene, and a lot of people don't know the physical challenges. Like, I try as hard as I can to shred on a guitar, but it's not physically possible, and it's so much more challenging with the bow and the lack of frets, and so I have to sort of remind people that there are somewhat like there's limits. I can't just cover or copy exactly what a guitar is doing or what someone's written with a fake violin. Have to sort of explain also like the range of the instrument. People will send parts that there's notes in there that the violin can't hit, and I have to go like, this isn't possible. You're gonna have to rewrite or move the octave up or something. Yeah.
Yeah, you see, that's why I have such a love for the violin, because it's extremely challenging. Not to say that it can't be done, because it can, but you almost have to like put the whole entire band around the thought process of you have a violin.
Yeah.
This is what you can and cannot do. So everything you write has to be in this box. To me, that is by far more challenging and more respectful than anything else. Of course, that's my own personal opinion, but and it is. And if you can shape a band around the fact that you have stuff like a violin or cello or something of that nature, that's huge. And you got a immense amount of talent if you can actually hit that mark. On that, CB, you're up.
So to kind of play off of that, what is some advice that you would give to other musicians or people who want to get into music? What would be that advice for them just starting out?
I'm just typing this for Megan's benefit.
Oh.
I would say put the time in. Just keep playing. Pick it up every day. That's kind of that's the whole thing. Because if you have a real good feel for your instrument, everything else is going to be a lot easier. That would be my advice. Just keep playing all the time.
Yeah, I'd say don't make being a full-time musician your goal, because you can achieve that goal, but it won't make you happy necessarily in the way that you think it would. Because if you think about why people set it as a goal, under the hood, their assumption is they want to do more of what they like and less of what they don't like. And that if they spend all their time doing music, that's something they like. But if you actually break down what it takes to succeed full-time as a musician, you end up doing a whole bunch of music that you don't like. And then, now you've been a session musician on like 50 albums that you don't enjoy. And, technically you've been working at music the whole time, but you probably could have achieved a better ratio of time spent on stuff you like to time spent on stuff you don't like if you didn't set that as your goal.
Yeah, essentially you've become a circus monkey. Because that's what happens. And especially with session musicians, is you rely so much on music that you're playing all these bands and you're a hired gun, but you're not actually doing your own music. You're not doing what you want to do with a group of people that you're on the same level with. And not to discredit hired musicians. There's some people out there that absolutely love it. But for somebody who really, truly wants to put their own heart and soul and intent into that music, it becomes very hollow and very mundane, and you become a traveling circus monkey where you're just learning somebody else's stuff and you're just doing it day in and day out, and there's no soul behind it. How about you, Megan?
So I'm guessing the question is about advice as a musician.
Yeah, it's about what advice would you give to new musicians or people wanting to get into being a musician?
Yeah, I'd say like do it for yourself first. Out of like don't try to appeal to an audience as your priority. That I think that comes secondary to doing it because you love it. And I saw some advice recently that said just see what you do, what do you go to naturally on your own for enjoyment, to do for fun, and spend time doing that, and make sure that that is the sort of the core of what you're trying to trying to achieve with your music, if that makes sense.
Absolutely. Yeah. So on that, before we get into the music video, last set of questions. So we have the music video her benediction. So go into a little bit about what benediction is about and what went into the creation of the music video.
So benediction is kind of our first EP, our vocalist was Cody Garcia, who's probably best known for his work with Wretched Tongues. But starting from benediction, I became the vocalist for Heteromorphic Zoo. And so benediction's kind of like a meta song about like, oh, new vocalists, like that, you know, what's the passing of the torch look like, and what's the responsibility that we feel that we have as a band in a dark space. And I also had a larger part in the, you know, I mixed benediction. So it's just like a very personal, like vulnerable, maybe a little chaotic track in that sense. It's also John's first song where he recorded bass for us. So
okay, oh yeah.
Yeah,
What was that experience, John?
it was fantastic. We were at Silver Bullet Studios with Greg Thomas. Yeah, Connecticut. First time going down there. It was really great. I really enjoyed my time in the studio, just being around these guys, you know, kind of playing around with some gear and really took the time to try some different things. And yeah, Greg was really awesome to work with. I really liked the song, I should say. And yeah, I would just say it was an all around great experience. I had a great time. I love the music. I like how it turned out. And the video we did, as you mentioned earlier, with Scott Hansen, Digital Thunderdome in Atlanta. That was awesome.
That was really fun. We got to get a whole tour of their big warehouse that they had all their sets in. Unfortunately, that whole warehouse burnt down like a couple months after our shoot.
Wow.
So I feel so lucky that we got to see that space in all its glory, because every part of it just was amazing. Like a few feet apart were just all these different rooms and various props and all these sets for all kinds of different scenes for filming and for music videos and stuff. And just the fact that we got to make something in that, you know, one special sort of ruin-like space before it was gone forever. I just really like that fact that we got the opportunity.
All right, fantastic. So on that, for everybody who's watching, when there's a shit ton of people watching, check out Heteromorphic Zoo. Go follow them on all their social media accounts. Download the music, stream the music. And when they get to playing, if you see them playing in your area, go to the goddamn show. Don't be a lazy ass. Get your ass off the fucking couch. Go check out the show. Buy the fucking merch. Stream the music. Share with your friends on that. Here is their music video for Benediction. We love you guys. Thank you guys for joining us tonight. We love you guys so much. And on that, we'll see you guys again next Tuesday.
Thanks so much, man.
Thank you.
Create an